I studied 329 viral videos and noticed they all have one thing in common. It's nothing to do with who created it, the editing style, or how many subscribers the channel has. In fact, it's something so simple that any YouTuber can use it. It's the one reason why some videos get hundreds of thousands of views and others don't get any. And in this video, I'm going to show you exactly what it is and a simple step-by-step process to use it in your own videos without having to do fast-paced retention editing or copying other creators. You'll learn how to quickly find amazing video ideas and not spend any time creating videos that nobody wants to watch. I have this database of different viral videos covering different topics, different niches, different editing styles, but they do share that one thing in common. And that is the idea behind a video. It's the idea that makes a huge difference to how well a video will perform. This video is just a guy talking to a camera straight for 12 minutes, probably recorded on a mobile phone, and even the audio quality is not that great. But it's still got over 1 million views because the idea was interesting. Loads of people around the world listen to music. So for somebody to say you listen to too much music, it's going to instantly grab your attention and make you want to watch it. Or for this video, most people around the world know what pizza is. So it'd be very easy for somebody to be interested in a video about how much pizza can he eat in one sitting. But what makes a good video idea? Well, there is a book called Made to Stick by Chip Heath, which is a fantastic read, and that gives us 6 different criteria for finding really good ideas. And these can be applied to YouTube videos. The first thing, is it a simple idea? Have you included only the bare minimum to explain the idea? You want to avoid overcomplicating things and you want to use as few words as possible. For example, this video, I overcomplicated famous logos. He could have done a longer title, such as I used graphic design software to make famous logos more complicated. But that isn't as simple as the title that he went for. We also can have our ideas be unexpected. Does it create curiosity gaps? Is it surprising or new? So a curiosity gap makes somebody think, that is something I would like to find out. So this video, Sweden, not Switzerland. You think, what on earth is that video about? Why are people getting confused between Sweden and Switzerland? Like, I don't know what that is. So it makes you curious to click on it. Is the idea concrete? Can it be easily understood? Is it explained in simple human actions? If you explain something with things that people can do, it's easy for them to understand it. So sucked into an oil pipe, pretty much everybody can immediately think of what that idea is. It's very, very easy to understand. But if you said, man trapped in 1.5 foot narrow stainless steel pipe, it's more complicated and it's a lot harder to understand what that idea is about. Is the idea credible? This comes in a few different ways. One is that the video should be about what you said it is about. If you said, I travelled 10,000 miles to ride fake snow, and then immediately the video starts and the guy only travels from one state to the next, then he would lose all credibility. If the video was about how to get rich fast, but the person talking about how to get rich fast has never got rich before, then again, he would lose credibility. Is the video emotional? Does it evoke emotions within people? So 9/11 survivor describes her escape from the 95th floor. You know, that immediately from that title could create surprise, could create intrigue, could create sadness, could create fear. There's tons of different emotions that that title might create. And finally, story-based. Does the idea include a story? When directors go to the absolute extreme, without even clicking on that, I can already tell that that video is going to have a story included in it. I could tell that the 9/11 video is going to have a story included in it. Same with the I travelled 10,000 miles to ride fake snow. All of these videos, I can tell they have a story. Now, these are the 6 criteria. You don't need every single one of them to make an amazing video idea. Sometimes you might only have 1 or 2. And I'll explain in just a minute how to quickly and easily check your video ideas to make sure that they match at least some of these different criteria. Now let me show you how that works in action. The first thing that you want to do is install 2 Chrome extensions. We want vidIQ Vision for YouTube, which is available on the Chrome Web Store, and you also want the YouTube Market Research Helper by Mittelmar HQ. Both of these are free and can be installed into Google Chrome. Once you have those, go over to YouTube and start browsing through. What you'll see now is that every video tells you how many subscribers the channel has, and for videos that have gone viral, there will be this coloured box around it. What this is doing is it's telling us that this video has got substantially more views than a video would normally get on that channel. Here, how anyone can create videos like Gork's Art. He only has 10,000 subscribers, but this video got 160,000 views. We know that that video did really well for his channel. Or if we find this other video here, why you should have a YouTube channel. Again, 73,000 views on only 3.6 thousand subscribers. So we know that these are really good video ideas. We could look at our 6 criteria and try and figure out why they're good ideas, or we do what I do and we log them into a database. So I've made a template in Notion, which is available in a link down below if you want it. And this is where I store and manage all of my video ideas so I can easily find what is a good idea and what is a bad idea. The first thing I'll do is take one of those video ideas. So let's take why you should have a YouTube channel, copy the link, paste it into my table, and then I will fill out the details for the length, the number of subscribers, how many views the video got, and the title of the video. This will then automatically fill out this rate column here, and that is the number of views divided by the subscribers. So here we have a rate of 20. If you had a channel that had 50,000 subscribers and your video got 100,000 views, that would be a rate of 2. It's twice as many views as you have subscribers for that channel. This isn't too important to calculate, but I find it useful because it tells you how viral a video went. Views alone aren't necessarily the sign of a really good video. Sometimes you want a video that just did really well in a small market. Why you should have a YouTube channel, that video is only going to appeal to people who are interested in creating a YouTube channel. It was never going to get 10 million views because there's just not that many people in the world who are interested in starting a YouTube channel. But this video did really well for that person's channel, and that shows us that it was a really good idea. I spend a little bit of time going through YouTube, logging down ideas that I see and storing them in this database that I can come back to later. Next, you need to think about the niche for your channel. This is where we imagine the perfect person for watching our videos. So if we're trying to come up with a video idea, we need to think about who would be watching that video idea. If we don't have a clear idea of that person, it's hard to decide if it's a really good idea or not. And this is where I would fill out what my ideal viewer would be like. So you would put down their name, age, gender, family situation, and just go through and fill out each of these criteria. For example, if you made a video, how to make an extra $200 as a side hustle this month, probably wouldn't be really that interesting to them. If they're making $100,000 a year, then making an extra $200 might just not be worth their time. However, for a student who is only making $5,000 a year from a part-time job, then making an extra $200 a month might be really interesting to them. It's really important that we know who we want to be watching our videos, because it will dictate how good an idea is and whether we should carry on and make that video. Even things like their hobbies and interests will come into it. For example, if you were making a video about the most expensive versus the cheapest shoes you could buy, you would probably want to include brands that your ideal viewer would like. So maybe you could do a video about the most expensive Nike shoes versus the cheapest Nike shoes. And all of these criteria will affect how good or bad a video idea is, because it's all in relation to who you want to watch your videos. If your ideal viewer is a 25-year-old working professional, they're not going to watch videos about kids' TV shows. So you wouldn't make videos about kids' TV shows. Now, once you have your niche figured out, you can then also decide on your content pillars. So when you know who it is you're speaking to, you can come up with some ideas for general topics that you talk about. So for me, I help creators build profitable businesses around their content, teaching them how to sell digital products and how to actually turn it into a full-time and healthy living. So there's tons of things I could talk about. I could talk about entrepreneurship, sales funnels, digital products, YouTube strategy, and obviously each of these topics would have tons of things within that I could talk about. So for YouTube strategy, I could talk about how to come up with thumbnail ideas, how to find good video ideas, like in this video, or how to find your perfect channel niche. There's tons of things I could talk about, but just having a list of these content pillars allows you to quickly and easily come up with video ideas later. Next, I would take them and put them into content topics. Let's say you want to come up with a video about the new iPhone, but you don't really know what you want to talk about yet. You just know that you're going to make a video on it. So you would drop it down into the content topics here, and then you can come back to it later. So for example, let's say I wanted to make a video about what are digital products. There's tons of ways I could approach that video, but for now, I just drop it into here and use it as a quick reference. YouTube thumbnails is probably not trending. If we were making a video about the new iPhone at the release date, then yes, that would be a trending topic. Is there search volume around that? So are people actively searching for this video? People might not be searching full process for creating a YouTube thumbnail step by step. People might search for something like how to create a YouTube thumbnail. That could be something that would have search volume. Is there a chance of this video going viral? Probably not a video topic that millions and millions of people are interested in. Are there similar videos? So for this, I would go through YouTube and I would just have a look to see if people have done a step-by-step video on how to create YouTube thumbnails. And to be honest, I think they will. So I'm just going to guess and say, yes, we have similar videos. An off-platform demand, is this a topic that people are talking about outside of YouTube? Because there might be a potential gap in the market. Let's say a new video game comes out and there's loads of websites talking about it, but nobody on YouTube has covered it yet. It could be a really good idea to make a video on that because nobody else has made one and you've spotted a new gap in the market. Close copy is, are there other videos on YouTube that are very similar to this? Let me show you an example. People have been making a lot of videos about trying dropshipping for a number of days. So I tried dropshipping for 7 days. Worth it. I tried dropshipping for 7 days from scratch. I tried dropshipping for 7 days, realistic results. These videos all sound like the exact same thing, they don't sound very different from each other. If somebody was looking at these videos, it would be hard for them to decide which one to watch. Should you watch this one or the 30-day one? It's really hard to make that decision because all the videos look like that same sort of thing. What we want to be doing in that case would be focusing on differences. If you think about how humans have evolved, we've always had that survival instinct built into us. So we're trained to notice differences in the real world. If you're walking down the road to the shop, you don't see the bush by the side of the path. You don't see all of the street lights that are turned on because you've seen them a million times before. And for your brain to be noticing everything every single time, it'd be too much stimulation. But if something has changed, your brain will notice it. So let's say you're walking down the street and that bush that you always passed has been cut down. Your brain would notice it and think, oh, something's changed. Oh, there's a difference. And it's the same for YouTube. If you're scrolling through and you see a video that's really similar to one you've seen before, your brain immediately is just going to discount it and scroll on past. So in this case, we need to find a video that is different. And I'll get into exactly how to do that in just a minute. So for this video, I'm going to assume there is not a close copy and the audience is just a score of 1 to 10. How much do you think your dream viewer would like this video? Is it a 10 out of 10 or is it a 1 out of 10? So I'm going to say this video idea is a 6 out of 10. Now for stick, these are the things that we spoke about in the beginning of the video, which are the 6 criteria for a sticky idea. So the more of these you can put in, the better. You don't need all of them, but the more you have, the better the idea probably is. So full process for creating a YouTube thumbnail. That sounds pretty simple. I don't think it sounds very unexpected or concrete. It's credible because I will show you how to create a thumbnail from start to finish. So by the end of the video, you can have your own thumbnail. So that will give it credibility. I wouldn't say there'd be any emotional aspect to it. And potentially, maybe I could tell a story in that video, but I don't think this kind of video would be story based. So for this, we have 2 out of 6. And maybe you think, that's enough for me to create this video. And in that case, I would just validate the idea by clicking this checkbox. It will then disappear from this table and go over to my validated ideas list. These are a good idea. Maybe I should make that video at some point. Let's say that one of these particular videos, I think I really need to make that soon, so I can add a priority to that. Let's say out of 10, that is a 9 out of 10. And that just tells me that soon I want to make this video. Or let's say for this other video, I don't think I want to make it soon, maybe put it on the back burner. I could just put that as a 3 out of 10. And then that just allows me to quickly, at a glance, see which ideas are really good and which ideas I should start to work on next. Let's go back to come up with another video idea to show you how it works if there are similar videos. Let's say I'm going to make one. I tried drop shipping for 7 days. Is there demand for that? Well, it's a trending topic. There are people making videos about it. There is search volume. I don't think it would go viral, and there are similar videos out there. Is this a close copy of existing videos? So yes, we know there are videos out there already like this one, so I'm going to check that box. And then for the audience match, let's just say it was a 5 out of 10. We think that our audience might be interested in it. And then for stick, let's just quickly go through that. Is it simple? Yes. Is it unexpected? No. Concrete, I would say yes. Credible, yes, as long as I actually do this challenge for the full 7 days. Emotional, probably not, and story-based, probably not. And this is a way to take an average idea and make it a really good idea. So because the close copy is checked, what I want to do is go through the demand multiplier. And this is a way to take an idea that is similar to other videos and to make it different so that people will actually want to watch it. So for example, the length. If all the videos that people are making are all, say, 10 minutes long, what if you made an hour-long video on this exact same topic? That might be enough that it becomes different to people and they now want to watch it. Or what about the style? Could you change the video styles? So could you make it animated instead of talking head? Could you, instead of sitting at the computer filming everything, could you go out into the real world and interact with people? Maybe you could film it in a co-working space and you could talk to other people as you're creating this video and they could have their reactions to how your video is progressing. Or for the scope, what will you include or exclude? There is a video here by a guy called Lemino, the 5 million Q&A, and at 6:35 he explains perfectly what video scope is, and it's an amazing answer. I would recommend watching that video. But in simple terms, it is how much you talk about. So let's say you wanted to make a video about how to start a dropshipping business. You could cover everything in one video: how to decide what product to come up with, how to figure out what platform to sell it on, how to run ads. All those different things could be in one video, and that would be a very broad scope. You're trying to target a lot of different things. Or you could narrow the scope and talk about just one of those things. So you could talk about just how to run the ads for your dropshipping product, or how to choose which platform to use for your dropshipping product. It's about how much or how little you talk about. The angle is, could you approach the video with a new angle? So could you take a contrarian take, which is the opposite of what everyone says? There are a lot of videos recently about, I tried dropshipping to prove it is not dead. You could make a video, dropshipping is dead. So it's the opposite of what everybody is currently talking about. Or you could do, how does it affect a specific person or group of people? I tried dropshipping for 7 days as a student, as a stay-at-home mum. You're targeting a very, very specific group of people so that it will appeal more to them. Scale, could you change the scale? Mr. Beast is a really good example of this. You could do something where you change the time scale. I tried a side hustle for 48 hours, or I tried a side hustle for a month. So with our dropshipping example, instead of I tried dropshipping for 7 days, what if you did, I tried dropshipping for 365 days? Now that is going to be a very different video, and people would be likely to watch it because they would want to see the differences between a week versus a year. You can understand why that would stand out in a sea of videos that are all, I tried it for a day, I tried it for 2 days. Just by extending that time frame, you've now got a really different video. You could also make it bigger and more grandiose. Like Mr. Beast, I gave away $10,000 could become, I gave away $500,000. Just by changing the scale of how much money you gave away. And you could also add a modifier. So could you go for a broader or narrower audience? I tried 10 side hustles would appeal potentially to a lot of people. If you made a video, I tried 10 side hustles, that's going to appeal to people who understand what a side hustle is, and you might not have a huge market, but it could still be a lot of people. But if you did, I tried 10 ways to make money online, that's going to be a bit broader. There's more people who understand what making money online is than people who understand what a side hustle is. But you could also narrow that idea. So let's say you did, I tried 10 AI side hustles. Now that's really specific. That's only appealing to people who know what AI is, who know what side hustles are, and are interested in trying those out. Again, you could target a specific group of people, so by putting for students in the title. I did already cover that, so I probably should have deleted it from there. But after that, there's two more quick things that I like to do to come up with video ideas. So I like to keep track of video styles. For example, can I survive 24 hours in? I tried 1-star reviewed. You see tons of people that do these kinds of videos in different niches, different industries, and if you see something like that that you like the idea of, just drop it down into a table like this so you could quickly come back to it later. Again, if you want a copy of this template, it is available in a link down below. And finally, I like to keep track of my thumbnail inspiration. So I've just put my own thumbnails in there for now to avoid copyright, but if you're finding videos on YouTube that you really like, you can drop them into this database just so that you can keep track of the titles and the thumbnails, so that when you're coming up with ideas for thumbnails later, you can very quickly and easily reference this table. That covers everything in this video, and subscribe if you're not already.